cut back maybe on drinking or whatever it is that you feel like. I hear people talk about like a temper in our culture. Our culture is like, oh yeah, ain't nobody go do this, the meal, you know, they're going to be right. But having a temper is not a positive attribute to your personality.
Right. View what the bosses view. You gotta sacrifice. You wanna move like bosses move.
YMA, Young Millionaires Association.
All right, guys, welcome to. Why are you smiling so hard?
Ready.
It's my show.
I'm ready. I get to sit back and chill. I'm excited.
All right, guys. So welcome to the YMA Nation podcast, episode number 95.
95.
I knew she was 95. If you're all right now, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, subscribe. Please subscribe. We're trying to build the numbers up. So it takes you 3 seconds. Go ahead and click that subscribe and that notification bell for all. And today is Wealth Building Monday.
Yes.
I have a good topic.
Yeah. We hope everyone enjoyed the 4th of July weekend.
Yes.
And some of y'all are getting the day off today. So,
Our
right?
office is closed today. Y'all got me in here doing a podcast for y'all today.
So that means y'all should be watching the podcast.
Absolutely. And if you are a staff member under YMA Wealth Management Group, you better be watching, because when you come into the office tomorrow, I'm going to ask you questions. I want to be like, so what did you learn?
Quiz Tuesday?
Yeah, we got a pop quiz Tuesday. So what did you learn on Wealth Building Monday podcast?
Right?
I didn't.
Well,
so you was off, but you didn't watch the show.
Yeah.
Like, oh, Joe gave me that. Man. Okay, so let's get into the show.
We're just having some fun, guys.
Absolutely. Yeah, and if you do work for our company, then you know, but we would like if you watched every episode. Every episode. Keys to success. There's a lot of good information, right? Right. So keys to success, personal and business.
Personal and business. This is going to be interesting.
Yeah, the keys to success for your personal life and for your business. So before we get started, down in the comment section, make sure you hashtag YMA Nation. They're doing it on their phone right now. YMA Nation. Comment, because then you go into the drawing to win free cash.
Sounds good.
Right.
Everybody loves free cash.
Everyone loves free cash. And also down in the comment section, make sure you go and check out the Lemon Pepper Freestyle down in the comment section. And we also just dropped the Good Vibration video. YMA Nation music, man, we are back to back with it.
That is my new summer jam, just so y'all know.
Good Vibrations. It got the reggae element to it, and it's just such a positive song. Play it for your kids.
All summer long.
Play it for your kids. But can we drop a verse, the Lemon Pepper, a verse of that? My part, the Joe Wallace part. We're going to take a moment and we're going to drop that so you guys can hear it.
Chance to jump on this freestyle, shoulda knew I was gonna lock it in. The seeds that I planted, it's a blessing to see them blossom in. Finally feel like I'm on top again. Well, actually, it's my first time here, and I ain't going nowhere. I'm making that so clear. Millionaire, entrepreneur, added rap to the career. Really just diversifying my portfolio. Just closed on $1 million property in Tokyo.
I hope you guys enjoyed it, man. That is my jam. So make sure that you go on YouTube after you watch this episode and type in Lemon Pepper Freestyle Joe Wallace so you can watch the whole video. Now,
there's a lot of stuff going on.
We are active though.
Right.
Multiple streams of success.
Yes.
All right. So
I'm ready for this topic though. So
keys to success.
Personal and business.
So I'm going to give them 5 tips. You know, I got like 100, but I'm going to give them 5 right now.
Okay, gotcha.
5 keys to success to help you in your personal life and your business life. So number 1, create a plan. In your personal life and from a business perspective, you need a plan. Like when your day starts off, you should already have your day outlined. I'm going to get up. I'm going to pray. I'm going to go brush my teeth. I'm going to shave. I'm going to shower. I'm going to get dressed. I'm going to eat breakfast. Or I'm going to exercise, whatever. And then I got to be at the office by X time. I'm going to work from this time to this time. I'm going to get off. I'm going to go home. I'm going to, right? Like your whole day should be outlined like it was a work schedule. But that's how you treat your personal life. So, and that's anything. If you have a career, if you're 18, 19, 20 years old and you're thinking of your career, you should be planning it out. I want to be a doctor. Okay, so what do I need to do? Let me start planning out everything I need to achieve to become a doctor. Or I got to have a degree. Or
this is good for the younger people because you can't say you want to be successful or I hate this job. I want to get a new job, or you want to start a new career or whatever, but you're in bed till 12 o'clock. Or 1 o'clock. I mean, unless you work like third shift or second shift. But I'm just saying, like, if you're
especially as an entrepreneur.
Right. If you're trying to build success, you need to be up. You need to be ready to go, planning your day out, because that's going to dictate the whole rest of your day.
And that's everything. So right now we're talking about from a personal perspective. You're right. So whatever your goals are in life, if you plan, guys, or if you planning on getting married, like you should be planning that out. If you are engaged, like that's planning, right? How much is it going to cost? Where's it going to be held at? The date, like we gotta get a photographer, videographer, got to get like a caterer. All these things is planning.
I'm gonna probably jump ahead
and that's how you should be treating your life. Every goal that you put on that whiteboard, you need to have a plan.
Right.
Okay. So
because you can't let one dictate the other, like the progress of the other.
Explain. Elaborate.
So when you started talking about that, because I was talking to someone and they were like, well, we got this wedding coming up, and you see people that'll go apply for things.
Man, yeah.
But they're trying to achieve other goals at the same time. But they're going into debt to achieve this on the personal side, but then they're forgetting, hey, I got these business goals or this home ownership goal.
Foresight.
Right.
Right, it's foresight, right? So as you're planning, utilize your foresight to say, I'm going to make this decision, and what's going to be the after effect of this decision, right? I seen the email. So I'm going to make this decision, and by me making this decision, can I deal with the repercussions if it's going to be negative?
Right.
But it's proper planning. And I learned throughout my life, I don't like setbacks.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So I would see that as a setback. You should, and we just talked about this last week, prevent setbacks.
Right. And then you have the people who are employed with an employer, and they're trying to get their own business started, and they make that decision they don't want to be with that employer no more out of personal, I'm not happy there, emotional reasons or whatever. Well, I'm not going to worry about that because I'm starting my own business anyway, but you haven't started your business yet.
Performance, attitude. So, and that's it, even if, regardless, if you put in your 2-week notice, I work, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was a senior operation manager, and if I was a senior operation manager, or if I was an hourly employee getting $15 an hour, when I put in my 2-week notice, I think I worked harder during my last 2 weeks. I wanted to make sure I left a stamp there. Right. So, and actually, I do believe I worked harder during my last 2 weeks there.
Right.
Matter of fact, our vice president on my last day was in our site, and he was like, "Why are you still in here doing work?" I promise you, Mr. Rooney, if you watch this, he walked by my office and asked me why I was still at my desk doing work. So, attitude, but have a plan.
Sorry, I jumped all over your list.
Yeah, but have a plan. From a business perspective, you have to plan too. So you have to summarize your operations.
Right.
right? And it has to be an outline plan to know how this business operates. I don't care if you do makeup. I don't care if you sell eyelashes. Like, you need to treat that business like a business, like a full-time operation.
I started off checking it every other week, just like most people do. Then it got out of control. I couldn't help myself. I started checking it day after day after day. I didn't realize that I was becoming addicted until my wife said something.
What did she say?
She said, "It's just a credit score, relax."
Are you checking your credit score?
Huh? Hold on.
So
Right.
you manage that business like it's a corporation that's operating. So you need to understand your competition. You need to understand your strategy, your marketing. You need to understand your financials. Like, all is like, plan it out and stick to that plan.
Right.
Your sales strategy, master it and stick to that plan. Number 2, prepare for the unexpected. This is big, right? So in your personal life, you should prepare for the unexpected too, because emergencies happen. So, you should save money for emergencies, plan for the unexpected. No one could tell when you're just going to hit something in the road and your tire blow out.
Right.
I had that happen in a brand new Mercedes, but it's a good rich. Is that what it's called? Good rich tire? That's the tire that they use. Good
whatever.
something. But they're like, man, he driving the car, I don't even know what kind of tire. But you can't prevent it. You just hit something sharp and boom, your tire blows out. My point is, if you're driving a car and your tires like going bald, at some point you need to be saving to buy new tires. Don't wait until it happens and then you're scrambling around. You got to get an oil change. Start putting that money up instead of going to buy a pack of cigarettes or going to the club and spending $60, $80.
Right.
That's like almost a tire right there.
Right.
Right. So like, start again planning, right? But you planning there for the expected and the unexpected. You got to get an oil change, right? At the end of each year you have to renew your tag. And that could be hundreds of dollars. If you drive a Mercedes, it's thousands of dollars.
Right.
Like, don't get to the point and like, man, I got $1,500, $2,000. Where I'm gonna come up with that? You should be planning throughout your year. From a business perspective, as a business, you plan for the unexpected. So if you work and you got a computer, make sure you back up your files. Right? Plan for the unexpected. If that computer crashes, then what?
Then what?
Then what? So like, have it on the cloud. Right, but you plan for the unexpected, even from a business perspective. If you're a business, you should be putting up funds to also saving. You never know when you need a lawyer or you need to like outsource something, and that becomes an expense to you.
Right.
An unexpected expense.
Right.
So save for it. Next, develop good habits. Develop good habits. This is a big one, right? Because this is important. This is something that it takes a lot to change someone's behavior. But developing good habits, if you drink, if you're a drinker, right, it's okay, right, as long as you drink responsibly. But if you look at the after effects of things that have negatively impacted your life, like you got pulled up with a DUI or whatever the case, or I'm late from work because I got a hangover, right, you need to start developing good habits. Right. So like, cut back maybe on drinking or whatever it is that you feel like. I hear people talk about like a temper in our culture. Our culture is like, oh yeah, ain't nobody go do this, the meal, they're going to be right. But having a temper is not a positive attribute to your personality. Right. And I'm telling you guys from experience.
And it impacts how far you can go if you do want to become an entrepreneur, because you have to understand how to deal with different types of situations.
Yes.
And it's, your temperament about situations always has to be in line, because if you staff people or if, you're doing business to business, people don't want to deal with someone that has a bad attitude,
right,
or they're nasty every time you're on the phone with them, or, you can't have a fluctuating conversation with someone because of their attitude or their temperament.
Yes. And then most people that have a temper problem, they have experienced things throughout their life that they probably want to take back.
Mm-hmm.
Like, man, I reacted to this, and then this happened, and I spent the night in jail, or I got into a fight, or I got into a big an argument with my girl or my wife, or whatever the case.
It holds you back.
All of that, right? So prevent those setbacks, right? And it's stressful.
Yeah.
And it's stressful. So develop good habits, exercise, hydrate, water.
A negative attitude can hold you back.
Yeah.
Just having that, not a positive attitude.
Stressful.
Yeah.
And in our culture, so like it's like promoted to think that you have to have a bad attitude to be respected.
Right.
Right? No. Like, people respect people that have a positive attitude too. Like, what do you want to be remembered for?
Right.
Oh yeah, like ain't nobody mess with that dude. So what? Like at what point, like, you could be the nicest person on earth right now. I met a lot of millionaires. Actually, I can't think of one millionaire that I know that has a bad attitude.
Because there's a difference in being firm and having a bad attitude.
Thank you. Thank you. If you follow Rick Ross right now, look at his temperament. Like, he's having fun on his channels now.
Right.
He's talking about his products, promotion, positivity. He's giving out positive. DJ Khaled, good energy, always. Millionaires, and they came from the slumps too. Like, they grind and hustled their way up.
Right.
But now that they're there, like, they understood me getting into this fight or this happening. Like, that was a setback for me. I don't need that in my life. I don't need that negativity in my life. So
right. But also as a business, that's
why I was about to go into the
as a business, like, it's okay to be firm and have standards and hold people accountable.
Yeah.
And hold them up to the standard of your business. And that's fine. And you can have firm conversations and not have a bad attitude about it.
Yeah.
You can have very positive, firm conversations.
Develop good habits.
Yeah.
These are good habits. So from a business perspective, how you should operate your business, even you as an individual have to have a good routine. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, there's nothing worse than going to a business and their sign says that they open at 9 a.m. and it's like 9:15 and the doors are still closed. All you young entrepreneurs and future business owners and current business owners, like, you will start to lose customers doing that.
Right.
I've seen it happen. So routine and sticking to your schedule. So if you as a business owner have a schedule that I'm going to work this time, then I'm going to exercise this time, like, this is something like a good habit to create. Now you stay to, like, exercising at a certain time, reading at a certain time. You have certain hours for work, your family time, good habits. The last thing with good habits too, it helps you to create, like, patterns of like setting goals, planning, strategizing, executing on those goals until they come to fruition.
Right.
That good habit of the repetition of seeing something through all the way.
Right.
Number 4, learn from your mistakes. Man, personally, learn not to repeat the same type of mistakes over and over. I see like girls online saying, how many times am I going to get this fool a chance? I don't know. I mean, obviously he's not learning from his mistakes. And I'm just assuming what they're talking about, right? Like how many times I want to get this fool a chance? I'm just right, just going off of assumptions. But if that person is not self-aware and can't be held accountable, then they're just going to make the same type of mistake. So you personally, like from a personal perspective, do not repeat mistakes. Again, I was talking about the DUI earlier. Like if you got pulled over and you got a DUI and then 2 months later you get pulled over again for the same thing, like that's why a judge holds you accountable when you make repeated mistakes, because obviously you're not learning. From a business perspective too, when you make a mistake in your business, learn from that. Right. Like you definitely shouldn't be repeating the same type of error in business.
Could cost you your business.
It could cost you your business where you may not be able to recover from that error or that mistake. And when you do make a mistake in business, you step back, you analyze it, and you learn from it, and then you start to master the things that you learn. Key to success. Last, relationship building. Relationship building is a key to success in your personal life and in your business life. Relationship, when you can master like communication skills. Right. I tell people this, I say 11 years, we're going on 12 years now. We've had 2 big arguments in almost 12 years. And our arguments, what I mean by argument, like we didn't agree eye to eye, and then our tone have raised. Now, I don't like to raise my tone at all. So if we get to that point, I consider that an argument. But we always come back and we sit down and we communicate and like, you know what? This is what I was trying to tell you. Because if we argue, it's like we couldn't see eye to eye. I'm trying to express something and you trying to express something and we're not agreeing on it. But we always come back to that same table within like a 12-hour period and sit down and be like, you know what? This is what I was trying to say. Now, I understand your point and boom, boom, boom. But like those communication skills is important. And that'll help you in your personal life, being able to communicate with your friends, your family, and your partners. And what's important about that in building relationships is being able to listen. Mm-hmm. That's the problem when people get into arguments. They shut everything else out and just become tunnel vision on what their point is. You have to step back and listen, analyze what the person is saying, and like, you know, let me calculate this person's thought process, and let me try to put myself in their shoes. And now let me think how what they're seeing, what they're receiving from me, and then it'll help you to come to a common field.
And also, just to jump in on that, this coincides with business.
All right, well, I didn't go into the business, but go ahead since you go steal my show.
Okay.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
It coincides with business. The way that coincides, well, the way that I see it is, if you have a relationship with your partner, like we do, and you're able to grow not only in your personal life, but if they are pursuing their business or whatever their career is, you're able to understand and help them grow because you're able to communicate and you're able to see each other's vision.
Keep going.
Oh.
Keep going.
Yes.
I messed your hair up. I ain't mean to mess your hair up.
I know. I mean, he's got
But from a business side, relationship building.
I wanted to do that on purpose because I was on a roll. But it's okay.
I would say I am where I am right now because of the relationships that I built with people. Right. And that is key to success because, like, you ever heard that old saying, when you wash someone's back and then they turn around and wash your back, right? Yeah. If you take care of people and you build strong relationships with people, like, they're going to take care of you in return. So it's important to build relationships, and it's important from a customer service perspective how to build a relationship to your consumers. Right. So relationship building. These are keys to success.
They are.
I just gave you guys 5 keys to success.
Go down. Okay, so Now you can rewind and, go on, just go back, right? And you start from the beginning. You get out your notebook and you take some little notes,
I was going to say that. I was going to allude to that point that if you go back through the YMA Nation podcast, and if you are into real estate, if you watch all of those episodes, you should be fluent in that area.
Right.
If your goal is to become an entrepreneur, if you go back through all the wealth building Mondays, you should pretty much be fluent in that area. Because we cover like so much. And I'm excited because we are approaching episode 100. And we are going to do it big for 100.
He took it. He saw me thinking about it.
We are going to do it big for 100. So guys, thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you guys on Wednesday for what show?
Real Estate Wednesday.
Real Estate Wednesday. We'll see you.
You gotta sacrifice. You wanna move like bosses move.
YMA, Young Millionaires Association. Yeah, see, that's the association.